Members, good afternoon. I'm Pierre Sledge and I present to you today my course proposal for Nutrition Fundamentals. Instructional goal. At the conclusion of this course, students will have learned the fundamentals of basic nutrition. This will include defining terms that go hand in hand with nutrition like kilocalorie, macronutrient, carbohydrate, protein, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, unsaturated fat, and of course, cholesterol. Objectives. Students will be able to identify the components of a basic nutrition label and be able to pass this section of a comprehensive exam at the end of the 4 weeks. Students will also be able to identify the sections of the food pyramid and be able to recall them on the exam as well. Students will familiarize themselves with the RDA chart for macronutrients and also be able to pass its section of the comprehensive exam. The importance of learning the components of the nutrition labels is that everyone in this class is obese, and the assumption can be made that a lack of education of the composition of what has been eaten has in some way contributed to the learner's condition. The learning audience. The expected audience will be overweight adults referred to this class by their primary care physicians. The class will be comprised of adult men and women who also share correlated conditions of high blood pressure, diabetes, fatty liver, and those who also suffer from sleep apnea. The needs analysis. It is being projected that roughly 51% of the population will be obese by the year 2030. Some of these contributing factors are the explosion of technology, higher processed food consumption, and less prepared meals in the home. The needs and the task analysis. By the end of this class, individuals should be able to understand how to make better food choices, how to read a nutrition label, and how to measure plate portion size. We intend to show how to calculate the actual calories in items that have more than one serving, as this can be somewhat confusing. We also plan to discuss the recommended portions of a meal based on the RDA's suggestions. The learner analysis. The intended audience are overweight adult patients who have been referred by their primary care physicians. The subjects tend to be habitual overeaters. Some of the differences within the group are age, gender, and ethnic variances. The motivation for the group is to learn the basics of nutrition in order to eat better. For the learner analysis, I look at the makeup of the class, gender, race, age, and try to approach learning with these variables in mind, as these things can play a substantial part in the way we learn. Instructional activities. Some examples are interview, find someone who, and spiderweb. I have found that these activities are a great way to start off a class or just to initiate dialogue and interaction between classmates. Everyone loves a game. It's also a great way to give students a break from lectures or just a break in general from the normal routine of a class. Learning aids. Learning aids are great classroom reinforcements that can help to keep people on track. For this course, I've created a laminated credit card sized aid that can fit into a wallet and has useful information on it pertaining to food. The idea is that this can possibly deter you into making a better food choice while on the go. Some of the information is listed here. Evaluation. For my evaluation, I will be adopting Kirkpatrick's 4 levels of evaluation, which attempts to gain an understanding of the obtained data through 4 levels of training: reactions, learning, transfer, and results. Most notably, Data is obtained through pre and post testing. The summative evaluation is being implemented to determine the quality of the course being offered, what results occur, or if we need to make decisions about the instruction's future. I will determine usable data and how it will be collected and used for evaluation purposes. Feedback will be encouraged via voluntary questionnaire given to all participants. In closing, members of the board, I hope I have been able to give you insight into a worthwhile course. I appreciate your time, and it has been a pleasure to meet with you today. Thank you very much. In closing, members of the board, I hope I have been able to give you insight into a worthwhile course. I appreciate your time.